Love is not a noun. Love is a verb. Understand? Keep this in your mind, okay? What is it? Love is not a noun, it's a verb. Verbs have actions. Verbs have power. Verbs have that potential to make a change, not just with words. If it was with words, it becomes a noun. Just to a word. See, we always say, I love you. I care for you. But we don't do it by our actions. So love should be put into action. Love should be made a verb. So now you have to think, how can I make the love in my life, that I love and kindness that I hold in my mind, my heart, a verb? How can I put into action? Okay? I would say the more you express love from actions, you can feel the love. Why? There's a saying, actions speak louder than words, isn't it? Yes. So dana is all about love. Giving is always about love and kindness that you practice. You put it into action, not only for people who you know, but also for all the people, but for the strangers. See, now you all are gathered here. You don't know each other. But one thing can make the connection between us. What is that one thing? The love, the kindness. That is what Supreme Buddha did in his entire life. He practiced the love that no one can, to an extent that no one can practice. He had to sacrifice a lot of things, unimaginable things, to practice this quality. Say sometimes to practice love, we have to let go. We have to let go things. We have to let go sometimes the material things. Sometimes we have to let go the anger. Sometimes we have to let go the hurtful thing that the other person has done to us. We have to let go it. I know it is difficult. Practicing these things, practicing these qualities, amazing qualities, is not that easy. It is always difficult. And I think it is much better for all these things to be difficult. The more it becomes difficult, the more we feel the value, the more we feel the need of doing it. So for a person, for a lay person practicing in life, we all need to balance this. But how? Ask that wise question. What is it? How? How to be balanced? I would say it is all about what we give priority to. It's all about priority. Right? I will ask a question. Why are you here today? You had work. You had other things to do. Right? You had other responsibilities to do. But you made time for 3 hours to come here and just sit down and listen. Why? Because it was important. It was important to you. The person inside you taught you that, okay, this is important. Put it on the first place in the list. Today I'm participating to this. And that is why you came here. That is priority. But so many people complain. They complain to me sometimes. They come and ask, it's very difficult to meditate. It's very difficult to maybe practice the spirituality. Why? It's all about giving priority to it. See, no matter what happened in life, we eat food, don't we? We eat. No matter what happened, how much busy was the day, we eat food. You know? No matter what happened, we eat that. We do that. Why? Because it is prioritized. Okay? No matter what happened today, during the day, what we do? We clean ourselves. Why? Because it is the priority. No matter what happened during the day, don't you hang out on social media? Isn't it? Yes. Why? Because it is the priority. So why can't we do maybe 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of spiritual practice during the day? No matter what happened, no matter how much busy the day was, it's all about what you give priority to. It's about how much value that you give to the spiritual life. Understand that giving the priority to spiritual life also essential for all of you. I teach meditation and Buddhism for a lot of kids. Sometimes they say, oh, meditation, it's boring. Isn't it? Is meditation boring? No? Yes. It is boring. But boring is peace. Boring is peace. What do you do? What are you doing usually to be in peace? What do you want to do? You let go of all the distractions. You keep your mobile phone away. You keep other things away. You just be somewhere else. That is to feel the peace. So yes, meditation is boring. But what is boring is peace. Okay? Sometimes I get this, they say, oh, being a monk is so boring. Why? There is nothing to do. No, there is a thing to do. There is a purpose. But boring. Yes. Why? Because boring is peace. Okay? Don't underestimate the boring. Peace. We find peace in boring. Once you become distracted, what happens to you? Huh? Once the life become not boring, you become distracted. Peace is always boring. I know, meditation is boring, but it's peaceful. We have to seek it. And once you seek it, you find that you can enjoy this. And then meditation becomes, boring becomes enjoyable. Calmness becomes enjoyable. Understand that. So that path, that is the first step of meditation. But it does not stop from that, just being peaceful. The Buddha teaches us that why you should be peaceful, because without being peaceful, we cannot understand the truth. Once you become distracted, it's difficult to understand the truth of life. Once you become distracted, you don't have the ability, you will lose the ability to find the true nature of life. What is the true nature of life? What is the true nature of life? It is the change. One thing that always prevails throughout our entire life, that is change. Everything is subjected to change. You all need to understand it. Everything is changing. And everything has this intrinsic and inherent nature of changing. You have to understand. To understand, you have to become a seeker, not a follower. See, we are in a follower culture, isn't it? Yes, we like to follow people, but we don't like to seek, find, question, ask why, how. We don't ask it. We always like to nod our head. We don't like to question. The first step of wisdom is to ask why, how it is happening. The Buddha says that you should practice Buddhism by asking questions. Asking questions to understand and realize. Why do you ask questions? Because you realize that you don't know. That is the first step of wisdom. The first step of wisdom is to realize that I don't know. I have to learn more. I have to seek. I need to ask. To ask for anything is the most difficult thing. Why? We have to put down our ego. Isn't it? Yes. To ask for help, shouldn't we put down our ego? Yes. To ask for a question and say that I'm not clear with this, can you clarify it? You need to put down your ego. That is the nature of a seeker. So I will all invite you this day. It's a special day for me and for all of you. Ask questions and be a seeker. Okay? Be a seeker. Find something and ask why. What's happening? How it is happening? I need to know. I need to learn. Because you know that, and you understand that I don't know. That's the beginning of wisdom. That is why wisdom begins from the humblest places. Being humble and understanding that I don't know. I have to learn. I have to seek. I need to get the help. That is where you find the truth.